Namaste. Today's topic is ray optics. In ray optics, we will study the behavior of light ray in different media. First of all, we must know what is light. Light is an electromagnetic wave, and any electromagnetic wave in vacuum travels with the same speed, and that is also called speed of light, which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. In any electromagnetic waves, the two fields, the magnetic field and electric field, vibrate mutually perpendicularly and also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of light ray. Suppose this is a light ray and this is the direction of propagation of light ray. Then electric field may be perpendicular to the direction of propagation of light ray. This, let it be electric field, and the magnetic field will also be perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the light. So this is magnetic field which is perpendicular to both direction of propagation and the direction of vibration of electric field. Similarly, electric field is also perpendicular to the direction of propagation of light and also to the direction of vibration of magnetic field. So this is how any electromagnetic wave travels. But speed of the light has been exactly calculated, and that exact value of speed of light is 2.9979245 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So this is exactly calculated value of speed of light, which is 2.99792458 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And in vacuum, generally the speed of light is represented by C. We can say C is equal to 2.99792458 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now, when a light ray travels from one medium to other medium, its speed changes. Suppose speed of light in medium 1 is V1 and speed of light in medium 2 is V2. Then its speed changes, and this change in speed of light bends the light ray when it enters the second medium. So the speed changes and the light ray may bend like this. And this bending of light is called refraction. So now we are going to study refraction. So in refraction, the light ray bends when its medium changes, and the cause of this bending is change in speed of light. Now, the ratio of these two velocities, V1 upon V2, called refractive index, represented by mu, the Greek letter. This ratio is called refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So what is mu? 2:1. This is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, and this is equal to the speed of light in first medium to the speed of light in second medium. Therefore, its value may be either greater than 1 if speed decreases in the second medium, it may be less than 1 if the speed increases in second medium. So refractive index of any medium with respect to any other medium may either be greater than 1 or less than 1, depending on whether the speed increases or decreases. But if the first medium is vacuum, then we may represent it by C. The velocity of light may be represented by c, and the velocity of light in any medium may be represented here by Vm. This is second medium. Now we know that speed of light in vacuum is greater than any other value. So speed of light in vacuum is greater than the velocity of light or speed of light in any other medium. It means c is always greater than Vm. Now if we write this ratio, c upon Vm, this ratio is called refractive index of this second medium. Only, we need not say that it is refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum. When we say refractive index of medium, it means that we are comparing it with the vacuum. So this is speed of light in vacuum, the maximum possible value, and this is speed of light in a medium which is always less than c. Therefore, the value of refractive index will always be greater than 1. The refractive index of any medium is always greater than 1 because the velocity of light in any medium other than vacuum is less than 1. So this may be written as mu m. We need not write here a second suffix. And therefore it is also called, to distinguish between these two, we call this absolute refractive index and we call this relative refractive index. So relative refractive index may be either greater than 1 or less than 1 depending on whether the speed in the second medium increases or decreases, and the absolute refractive index is always greater than 1 because the velocity always decreases. Now, when the velocity decreases, we can also compare this ratio with the help of the angles made by light ray from the normal. This angle is called angle of incidence. This angle is called angle of refraction, and this is phenomenon of refraction. So this ray may either bend towards the normal, this ray may either bend away from the normal. If the speed decreases, the ray will bend towards the normal. That is, r will be less than I. If the speed increases, the ray will bend away from the normal. That is, r will be greater than I. Now, related to this phenomenon of refraction, there are two laws of refraction. The first law of refraction is that incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal lie in the same plane. And the second law of refraction is that sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction has a constant ratio for a given pair of media. That is, in this case, according to second law, sine I upon sine R is constant. This is also called Snell's law. Ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction has a constant value for a given pair of media, and this constant is equal to refractive index of second media with respect to the first one. So this ratio comes out to be equal to the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So if we combine both this law and the definition of refractive index, we can combine it like this. refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to velocity of light in first medium to velocity of light in second medium. And this may be written equal to sin I upon sin R. So we have further extended the rules. Now when a light ray enters a second medium, its velocity changes, its wavelength changes, but its frequency does not change, its phase does not change. So what changes is the speed and the wavelength. What remains constant is the frequency of light and its phase. Therefore, we can rewrite it like this. This is new, the frequency of light, which does not change when the medium changes. Only wavelengths change. So it can be rewritten as lambda 1 upon lambda 2. So we have further extended the relations. We can add it here, which is again equal to lambda 1 upon lambda 2. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is ratio of V1 upon V2 is equal to sin I upon sin R is again equal to lambda 1 upon lambda 2. So if the velocity increases, wavelength increases. If the velocity decreases, wavelength decreases. Now this also shows that in second medium, when the velocity increases, how the angle will change. R will also increase. This means this. Here its speed is V1. In this medium its speed is V2. Now see, suppose it bends like this. How it is bending? It is bending towards the normal. Now guess whether its speed is increasing or decreasing. It is bending towards the normal. It means its speed is decreasing. Speed is decreasing, therefore R is also decreasing. This is R. This is I. So here V2 is less than V1. Now how this ray will change? This ray bends away from the normal. And this is the normal. When it bends away from the normal, it means R is greater than I. When R is greater, it means V2 is greater. It means V2 is greater than V1. To conclude, we can say that when a light ray changes its medium, its velocity changes, therefore it bends, and this phenomenon is called refraction. If the velocity decreases, the light ray bends towards the normal. If the velocity increases, light ray bends away from the normal. And these are the relations between the angles, velocities and the wavelengths.